Welcome to the fifth episode of Peculiar Endeavors podcast. I am your host, Emily. As I already spoke a little bit about tallow in the previous episode, I thought I kind of branch out a little bit with this tallow thing because it's been a big thing for me for the past 2 years now. And as I have been working with makeup and skincare back in the day, and I'm still very interested in makeup and skincare because we women, I think it's just a thing that we do. But yeah, I always been very interested as well at making my own skincare and makeup, and obviously is not the easiest thing to do. But when it comes to tallow, this is actually something you can do yourself, and I have been dabbling in that as well, and it's been going very well. It can be a little bit time consuming, so you have to find time. But let me tell you about the tallow, the tallow fad, I guess. But the tallow fad is here to stay. So I always had a skincare routine. I always had very dry skin since I was very young. So I always used to put moisturizer. And then I was really into, it was a very long time ago. Now it must be like 12 years ago or even more, 13 years ago. I was really into like Korean skincare and makeup, and that is still, so interesting. Back in the day, it wasn't like 15 steps in the morning and 20 steps in the evening that you had to do. But Korean skincare has always been way more interesting, and I appreciated it so much more. But I think when you're younger as well, your skin is amazing anyway. And if it makes you feel good when you put on like your skincare and you wash your face and all of that. And I still use few products because I haven't really found the perfect natural product, so I still use some normal products. But when it comes to moisturizers, I have really switched up, and I love it. I've been using Tallow as my moisturizer now for years. Definitely for 2 years. I'd say 2 years. And it sounds crazy because, as we all know, tallow does come from beef fat, and it might sound insane to most of us to actually put it on your face. But beef tallow is many times used in making of soaps, for example. And it's been used, like our ancestors have been using tallow for so many different things, and as salves and creams as well. So this is nothing new really, it's just kind of a revival, I guess. But yeah, it's not as bad as it sounds. So hear me out. So you have grass-fed beef tallow, and it's basically like rendered fat from the best parts of the animal. So it's rendered, it's basically just pure fat. So tallow balm or tallow cream is normally you can make it out of two ingredients basically. So you have tallow and then you add an oil. So normally you would have maybe jojoba oil because it has a very similar structure to our skin. Or my favorite, I think, is like olive oil. My skin really likes it, but that's for people who have a very dry skin. And I'd say it's more of a 1/3 oil and then 2/3 of the tallow. So there's more tallow in it, but it really depends like how you want to structure. So you can literally have those two ingredients only. And I think the best way, if you would like to do it yourself, you can melt the tallow, you add the oil, and you melt it. Oh, obviously not boil it, but just melt. So just melt it. And then what you do, you kind of whisk it. You just whisk it until it's like really fluffy and soft. It takes a while, but you can really see like when the texture changes, and you just whisk it. And this makes it much easier than to spread on your skin. And yeah, you could literally do that, and you can put it all over your body. And with that, there's no chemicals in there. It is just pure nature on your skin. And it will not clog your pores. It doesn't feel sticky or greasy or anything like that. I think it's mainly probably the oils, choice of the oil that might make it feel greasy. But if you choose, jojoba oil is just very natural and neutral as well. So you can do that, and it's just great. If you already have tallow at home, it's also like you don't have to really buy anything else. If you would like to buy tallow balms or creams, I've tried two brands that I love. I know there's a lot of brands popping up here and there. I think there's more brands like in Canada and in the US. In Canada for sure. I haven't tried them because obviously shipping to the UK is ridiculous. But we do have two brands that I normally buy, and it's Fierce Nature. I believe for UK this is probably the most accessible brands you can find, and I really like Ancestral Beauty, I think they called. They're also amazing. I believe they are from Ireland. It's actually a couple that owns the brand. They have so you can put in a lot of extra things, obviously. So because it's tallow and because you put in oil, not a lot of many people might find that a little bit strange to put something that, because so if the tallow is rendered properly, it doesn't really have a scent to it, although you can maybe smell a little bit that it's like you can smell the beefy. It's not really beefy, but but yeah, if you really smell it, you can sense that there's like tallow in there, obviously, but you can't really smell it on the skin. But if you would like the cream to smell nice, you can add, if you're not too sensitive, you can always add like an oil, just 3 drops of like an oil, like almond oil smells nice, or just like something that smells nice. Vanilla is a good one. You can also put like a vanilla pod in the oil and leave it there for a few weeks, and then make the tallow cream, which will make then the tallow cream smell like vanilla. If you don't want to make your own, I would suggest to try the Fierce Nature one. Is really nice. My favorite one is it's like a body balm for your, you can use it on the body, you can use it on your face, And there's 3 ingredients in there. You have the tallow, olive oil, and the olive oil has vanilla, so it smells delicious. There's no strange smells or anything. If you go on the website, you can have a look. They've got like a Lux balm as well that has more oils in there. And there's also, just balms with 2 ingredients. There's also, I think it's is it orange scented ones, and they have a few other items as well. They've got like soaps and oh yeah, sun balms as well. Yeah, go ahead and have a look if you want. They're really great. And then Ancestral Beauty, no, Ancestral Cosmetics. I think that's the name. Yes, they do a really nice one with also honey in it, and the difference between them I find is that the Ancestral cosmetic one, they don't really fluff it up so much. So it's a little bit harder in the jar. So it might be a bit difficult, but it melts. If you just melt it between your palms, it's not a problem at all. And they also have like a new clarifying balm as well with black seed oil, which is great if you have skin that is prone to spots and things. With the Fierce Nature, their balms are whipped, so they're very like soft and smooth to put on your body. So yeah, I would definitely recommend. You can actually use the tallow balm to take off your makeup and stuff, but it's more like the cold cream kind of thing. So it depends how much you wear as well. I do use other products as well. I still haven't found like a great cleanser to actually like take off if you wear makeup or like mascara mainly. I still use my trusted Clean It Zero from Vanilla Co., which is a Korean brand, because I really find that is like the best like cleansing balm I've used. But I should branch out probably and maybe even try to make my own. But yeah, I find that is the best cleansing balm, to be honest. But yeah, I would definitely recommend to look into like tallow beauty things, specifically moisturizers and like body butters and things, because the things that you put on your skin as well, there's so many strange ingredients, specifically petroleum, which I don't really like myself. And yeah, there's again, it's the ingredients lists are so long, and if you read them, you don't really know what it is really that you put on your skin, and specifically if you put it on your whole body. I mean, it's the biggest organ we have, so I just prefer using the tallow. And yeah, if you have time and if you are able to experiment a little bit, why not making it yourself? You can do whatever you like. I think it's really fun, and yeah, it's worth a try for sure. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that Ancestral Cosmetics also do this really nice lip balm. It has a nice minty taste to it, and yeah, it's quite small, but you need very little, and I love to put it on like in the evening before I go to bed. I would definitely recommend that. It is very nice, and you can make it yourself as well. And it's very easy to also mix it with pigments. So you could make blush, lip balms, and things like that. So there's just so many different opportunities. I mean, I'm still using makeup, and obviously, I've been a makeup artist, and I do have an interest in makeup, but I have really slowed down, and I'm very wary of like what I get. And yeah, I just try to get things that I actually use. And so maybe in the future we can talk about makeup. Um, but yeah, it's very interesting. I think it's nice to see more hype about tallow products. And I really hope to see more as well. Uh, just I just find it really fascinating. We kind of like going back to basics and looking at ingredients. And oh yeah, the reason why tallow is so good is because you have like all the vitamins in there, and it's compatible with our skin. So and that's in one ingredient, and so it's absolutely fantastic, and I love it. And if you have tried any tallow products on your face, it would be great to know. And yeah, I hope you are inspired to maybe look things up and see what it is all about. And we'll be probably talking about it in the future as well. So I'm going to leave you with that. And you have a great day. Have a good evening. And I speak to you very soon.